Today's Candlepin Bowling is sponsored in part by your neighborhood True Value hardware store.
Today, our champion, Gary Casey of Fitchburg, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Joe Tavernese of Lynn, Massachusetts on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and as always, we're glad you could join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts for 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Each will take home a permanent souvenir provided by the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. Each will take home some guaranteed prize money. $700 goes to the winner, $350 goes to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string, and if they tie, of course, we would split that at $25 apiece. Both of these guys know about other bonus money. Most of you do also, but I'll remind you as the program goes along. Okay, this is the one you have been waiting for, the rematch, huh? The championship show, the True Value Championship show, was a 2-stringer, you remember. Joe Tavernese won the first string. Gary Casey came back and won it all. So these are the 2 guys who are here today. Come on, let's meet these 2 guys. Joseph, come here. Ever since that show, we have had some folks who have written us and said we were being very unfair to you because we made you bowl 3 strings before you ever had to face him. Now, would you explain, please?
Okay, it wasn't unfair at all. He goes, it's the format of bowling up the ladder is much more better than the way it used to be, because this way here, it doesn't matter it matters what spot you come in. If you come in first, second, or third, at least you're guaranteed that money. The other way, if you came in second,
you had a chance to be bumped out right off the bat.
Exactly. Yeah. And it doesn't really matter. If it was meant to be for me to win, I would have won it. You know, it wasn't, I had to get tied at the end, but still, Gary bowled great, and it's just the way it turned out, so.
And,
really good.
And you guys are accustomed to bowling 5 strings and 10
all
strings
the time.
at a time, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, now, as I say, he crept up on you in that first string, as you remember, and made you think a little bit, because the pressure was on you then after...
It was on. I just started taking more time, concentrating a little more, and breaks came, and I picked up the spares, and...
And the 148th final
that helped.
Yeah,
that helped.
Yeah. What a day you had with that noontime show and the other one. But Joe's had a ton of those. You know, you've been watching for a long time. Very familiar face. Yes. Okay, listen, good luck. I'm not going to waste any more time. We want to get to this bowling, and we'll get to it right after this. Okay, Joe Tavernese leading off on lane 2 here at the Fairway. He leaves 1, 2, and 4. Waiting for a little wood to settle down. So Joe begins with a spare. That one went a little left. Just 4. And that one went a little right. And there are still 3 there. And he makes a 10. Our defending champion, Gary Casey. Held that a little too long. It went cross lane. Got the 4 horsemen left side, plus the 5 and 8 with wood in back of the 5. Again, he went a little too far to the right. Being the left-hander, that means obviously he's holding it just a little longer than he should as he swings the arm forward. 9. So close to a hammer. He left the 5. And a spare. For Joe Tavernese. Two full on the head pin. 1 pin less than a spread eagle leave. He's left the 3 on the right, just 2 on the left. Still 4 pins standing. And there are still 3 standing, so it turns out to be a 7 box. Gary Casey working on a spare. Big 9 drop, and he's got the 10 pin to pick up, which, being a left-hander, would seem to be the easier of the corner pins to pick up, and he gets it. So he has 2 in a row. Two full on the head pin. He's got number 2 pin rocking, but it's going to stay up with a 2, 4, 7 on the left and the 6 pin on the right. Still rocking back and forth, but I don't think it's going to tumble. He missed it. They are still there. Nine for 53. After 4 boxes of the first string, it is right now Casey 53 and Tavernese 47. He's too full on the head pin, almost a spread eagle, leaves 3 on the left and 2 on the right. The 2 on the right are the 6 and 10. The other 3 are obvious. And he gets the 2, 4, 7 on the left, and he rolls it across and gets the 6. Only the 10 still standing. To 10. Joe made his first appearance on our program back on December 12th, 1977. Right through an empty spot. So he still has the 4 horsemen right side plus the 4 and 7. It's a 4 box. Gary Casey, of course, made his first appearance on our program last August 17th, when he beat Billy Standley, 369, 353, and rolled 3 strikes in a row in doing it. He's got a spare. Then he beat John Miller when he rolled a 462 and moved all the way to top seed for the True Value show. And as we have already mentioned, in the 2-string roll-off for the championship, he defeated Joe Tavernese. Almost 2 strikes in a row. Last week he defeated Peter Flynn, 391, 375. Spare in the last box. Gave him the 9. Now he has another. Joe Tavernese up after throwing a 4 box. Ten-pin over on the right with wood. 4 and 7 on the left with basically one usable piece of wood. He wants to get them all, so he's looking, deciding, and he got 4 and 10, but not 7. A 10. Two full that time, leaving 2-4, 3-6. Nine. Al Giglio, as usual, keeping score on the electronic scoreboard. Gary Casey. We have Isaac Laughinghouse, who is taking care of the big board, and Ralph Stewart is just now walking down to take a look at a piece of wood that is, yes, falling into the gutter and is being cleared. Now Gary's looking at 1 and 7. And he missed it, as if you didn't know by the crowd reaction. For 10. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. And, of course, Phil Rubin is our producer and director. Our crew today, Kevin McSheffrey, Ken Sullivan, Chris O'Hare, and Skip Peabody. And in post-production videotape, tall and slender and blonde George Ellard. I made him sound like a movie star, didn't I? Joe has a strike. Had to wait because of the 4-pin. Didn't know whether it was going to go or not. That puts him at 90 in the 9. Eight on the first. And a chance now to get a spare because he's looking at 4 and 7. And he has it. 110 plus. And how about that? Yes, that's worth $50 both ways. That's actually worth $100. 50 for the 3 marks and 50 for winning the string maybe. We'll have to wait for the other 50 to see whether or not it'll happen. Gary Casey has something to say about that. He gets 8, and he has a spare leave. Actually, he's already passed Joe. He missed the spare leave, but it doesn't matter as far as winning the string is concerned. $10. That's 128, which of course is already more than Joe's 120, and a box to go.